All right. So what's going on, YouTube? Um, so for those who haven't, or let me say for those who don't have HBO Max, um, I'm sure most of you guys don't care, but for the ones that do, I'm sure you guys are aware that the basketball, is it a docu-series or a series? Either way, I'm sure you guys know that Winning Time has been officially canceled. Um, I just, I knew it was canceled since I believe last week. I wanted to just touch on it. Personally, I was a bit shocked and a bit confused on why Winning Time really got canceled. Personally, it was one of my favorite series as of today. You know, um, really great series, man. Nothing I really can't say about it. I know that most of the stuff that they put on the show isn't factually true, and it's just made for for drama purposes, which is understandable. Um, yeah, man, I was really just at a loss of words when I heard about Winning Time being canceled. I just got done finishing up the final episode, I guess, um, just yesterday before football started. Um, wow, man, I really can't. I I can't look forward to looking forward to it anymore. I remember, you know, me and my dad, man, we used to always watch this like back in like season 1. Man, he used to always like tune into the show, man, cuz he's a Lakers fan. You know what I mean? So he grew up watching Magic and Kareem, who is his greatest of all time and his favorite player, Lou Alcindor. So that show really meant a lot to him because it made him revisionize the beginning of the start of the Lakers dynasty. Well, not Lakers dynasty, but the beginning of Showtime, basically. You know, uh, with Pat Riley and James Worthy. I'll get into James Worthy in a little bit. Michael Cooper, guys like that. Um, Man, I guess I don't know how to. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, it was one of the it was one of the best shows that I've ever seen so far. You know, I think according to Two Raw, the reason it could be canceled is because either of the ratings or the writers' strike. Which I don't know too much about the writer's strike. Maybe one of you guys might tell me what's going on with that. Maybe that could play a part. But man, I just felt like Winning Time. The fact that it got canceled, there was so much story that was left unwritten in Showtime. Unfortunately for me, I never got a chance. I probably will get a chance to see it if I watch like one of the older games. But as far as like what's going on in everybody's lives, this was just the start of Winning Time getting their feet in the water. They haven't really gotten to swim in the water yet. I felt like if they had at least if this series just kept on going, this series would be something special, man. I really did believe that. Um, the first season really was. It was just a spectacle to watch to me, man. Cause I've seen all of the older games. Well, not all of the older games, but I've seen, Magic and Kareem play, like, back when I used to pirate games back when I had someone that used to pirate games, old games for me to watch. I'll just say that. Um, Yeah, man. It was just something really special to me, man. Um, so I think as far as what have I taken away from this series, uh, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This might be an underrated thing that I'll say, or I think most people haven't seen. I really did like the rise of Pat Riley. I'll say that. That was something that, you know, because Pat Riley, the way he became such a great coach, and shout out to Adrian Brody too for playing as Pat Riley, one of my few favorite actors. I liked him in the King Kong series movie, and the what's it called, The Pianist or something like that. Yeah, man, I really did like the rise of Pat Riley because it showed him from being, you know, a a small time, well, not a small time, from a co-broadcast broadcaster with, I think his name was Chuck Noll, I think, to being was it a co-coach or co-assistant with Paul Westhead after the Jack McKinney accident, the bicycle accident. I really did like his rise, man, I liked how just he became one of those guys that he got pushed around by the team so much that he became frustrated and became so hard nosed. Well, that, no offense to his nose, but you know what I mean. He became tough and well respected during that time in the second series. I really did like that, man, and he became such a cutthroat type of coach. I think that's what a lot of teams in the NBA are missing, man. And when I saw that from the show, I liked how Magic and all these other players were feeding off of that, man. Just off of how he was motivating them to be a better team, and how he was getting into all these players, getting onto their ass and shit, getting on their case. Like how he got on Kareem and Magic about him putting the smile on his face and all that stuff. Really good stuff, man. I also liked the start of the Boston and Lakers rivalry. I felt like we didn't get that much into it though. It's only been 2 seasons. And that's why I was so frustrated on why it got canceled, because imagine if it had more seasons, like at least 5 or 6 seasons, like a long-term type of thing. We could have seen how much bitterness and much envy that these two teams have. The rivalry that most of us, including my audience, including my generation, has never seen. We can watch all the older games as much as we want, but it won't be as impactful as it was if we were actually there. You guys get what I'm saying? I really wish we could have gotten more of that, man. And I also wish we could have seen one thing I don't like, a few things that I don't like in this series, I will say, because it does have its flaws, and this is just me maybe nitpicking, but I don't like how they're not giving other star players any, like, we didn't get to see much of the star players outside of the Lakers and maybe Boston, if that makes sense. Like how in the first season, the first season, I enjoyed Julius Irving, man. When they showed Julius Irving on Winning Time in the first season, it was a huge shock. You know, my dad, who also loves Julius Irving, it was, I mean, to me, it was something new, man. I really wish we could have gotten something like that more often. Because I know that, I wish we could have gotten something with, like, Moses Malone when, you know, it was only a few short scenes where they had to face Houston in the beginning of season 2. But we never got to see too much of Moses, you know? And we didn't see that much of Julius Irving, actually, now that I think about it. We only saw just a little bit of him in season 1. Oh man, it was just, I felt like that was something that they really should have touched on more, man, because I really want to see, you know, Julius Irving and Moses Malone in 1993 when they swept the Lakers, you know. I wish we could have gotten more of that. And the Boston Strangler, Andrew Toney, or Maurice, was Maurice Cheeks on that team? You know, more guys like that, you know. I also wish that they had some lines for James Worthy. He didn't really have that much camera time, you know. I mean, he was a huge, like, he was just a huge part of the Showtime Lakers, you know. I felt like they weren't too focused on James Worthy. They probably would have if it was like, you know, like maybe 1988 or 87, maybe. But when he won Finals MVP, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me, man. Is there anything else I want to say? I guess to talk about the season finale, it was pretty. I felt like it was pretty rushed. You know, they probably weren't expecting the show to get canceled, so they probably had to rush the series out. Man, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not one of the bad ones, the bad season finales, but it just felt rushed. You know, we didn't get more. If this show had more time to marinate with the audience and more people to draw into the show, I felt like we could have had more with it just rushing. It was rushing from, you know, game 1 to game 2 to game 3. There was only like a few scenes where, you know, we got to see the games, you know, like how Boston came back from, what was it, a 20-something point lead in game 6 to force a game 7, or, you know, vice versa with the Lakers when they were blowing the Celtics out in game 4, I think, or maybe game 5. I don't know. It was just really something that I wish we could have gotten to see more. But overall, I thought it was good. It was a good series. Oh yeah, another thing, man. Yo, whoever played Jeannie Buss in Winning Time, yo, she fine, man. Yo, man, look, I know she probably won't see this video, but hey, you know what I'm saying? My number's available. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you really talking to anybody right now, but you know, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, or someone to talk to, or someone to have fun with, hey, my number is wide open for you, girl. You can come hit me up and come holler at me anytime. But yeah, overall, great series, man. I really enjoyed it. Man, there's really not much to say, man, other than I highly recommend it, man, despite it being canceled and only just 2 seasons. Hopefully, maybe if this writer's strike is done, it might make a comeback. I'm very optimistic, man, and hoping it will. But only time will tell. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. I'm out.